minutes. Oh, wait, I need my phone. That's where I got my questions. Okay. Cool, Jeff. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. I really wish I was able to meet everybody on the journey. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Ryan. And your name is?
Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. Yeah, so I wanted to meet you guys. I wish I was able to meet more of the clients, but there's so much that like goes into acquisition network that yeah, it's unfortunate I don't get to meet everybody, and I want to. So, wanted to congratulate you guys on making it through the journey, and I just wanted to learn more about you guys, understand like where you're at now, like where your goals are, and kind of share with you what we've been working on and how we can continue to keep working together. And once again, thank you for your participation.
We appreciate it, and thank you.
So,
Would not have happened without you guys.
yes, I want to kind of know a little bit about that story because, yeah, like
You want to hear the good parts or the bad parts?
tell us everything. It's okay. I want to make sure. Hold on, I want to make sure this is recording. Yeah. So, what's your guys' background? What were you guys doing? What were you guys doing before or after? And it's okay. It's just tell me it's all good. What were you guys doing? What's your background? What piqued your interest? Where you calling from? Stuff like that.
We're calling from Thornton, Colorado. My
Hi.
background was working for software in the medical field. So medical software for doctors to dictate. And so EHR system, basically EHR and PM. And that's what I was doing. I'll let him talk on what he was doing.
Oh, I had a small handyman business that was just local to the area. Um,
Cool.
just small. I never tried to grow it super big, and I'm not good with all the like social media stuff and advertising on social media to try to grow it. So it was just word of mouth and references to grow.
Got it. And so it sounds like you guys are. It sounded past tense. So you guys are officially done. You retired.
Pretty much, I got actually laid off at the end of February as part of a RIFT where around 70 people got laid off.
Oh
So it
wow.
wasn't the plan at all, especially when we were just ready to close on the business. My goal was to retire by the end of the year. But, God had other plans, and he said, how about now?
You're a boss now. He said, "Hey."
Exactly. You're going to need other places, so you're 15 hours a day. Can't be sitting in the office all day and all night, so let's just do it now.
Oh wow. So what was, if you don't mind me asking, what was the cash flow from your current job, the old job, and then what are you guys bringing in with the business? Like, is it comparable? Is there a drop off?
Eventually it will be,
Mm-hmm.
but right now my income was 109,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So to nothing, that's
Well,
like,
yeah, that's yeah. You're.
yeah, it's just starting the business. We're not, we just signed on the 9th of March.
Mm-hmm.
So I got laid off on the 26th.
Oh
But
wow.
there is, I got a severance package, so 10 weeks of pay, plus they cash out on all of your PTO, so I had like 170 hours of that, as well as the 10 weeks, and then I also invested in that business, so I'll get those shares bought back, so
Oh
that's all
nice.
at the end of the month, yeah. So it's not like, we're sitting around here with not being able to buy
Yeah.
groceries or whatnot. We still went forward with buying the business because that was the plan all along. We just want one after the other at this point.
Awesome.
That's the goal.
Let's do it. So how about you, Jeff? So did you tap out on the handyman, or now you're running the business, or what's going on with you?
Yeah, I was only making maybe 35,000 a year at that, and so I haven't officially shut it down. I will eventually. The only thing I'm going to keep doing right now is I have some elderly clients that I don't want to put in a position of having to go find a strange handyman to come into their house and take
Yeah.
care
So,
of them.
so now you're just offering service. You're helping people out.
Yeah, they're comfortable with me. We've built a relationship, and I don't want to jeopardize that or put them in a bad spot. So that will only be sporadic here and there.
Got it. So you're freed up, and so now you guys both have time to
Mhm.
focus on the business. And what I understand is it home remodeling.
Yes.
And so, what was it that made you pick that? And what was the acquisition journey prior to meeting us, if you guys don't mind us asking?
Well, we chose the business we bought. It's Colorado Home Interiors and Remodeling, and that was chosen specifically based on my background in construction.
Hmm. Cool. So it's a perfect fit. You've got experience. It was. Is it close?
It's down in Colorado Springs, which is an hour and a half drive from where we live.
Hmm.
It's not bad. It's one of those things we just have to time the morning and evening rush hour traffic to get down there. Otherwise, we spend a lot of time sitting in traffic. But it's not something where we're running down there every single day.
Hmm.
And it's hybrid, I guess we would call it. We've only been going down there once a week.
Oh, nice. That's
So
cool.
yeah, and we'll be down there. Not tomorrow's Wednesday. No, we'll be down there Thursday. We've got a meeting with. There's a church, a pre-existing contract that the business had before we bought it, with a church to do a complete remodel. So we're having a design meeting with the church on Thursday.
Awesome. So you guys are spending what, 10, 15 hours, 20 hours a week?
Oh, right now it's like I'm spending 10 or 12 hours a day right
12
now.
hours a day? Okay.
Working from home. It's just we're still in that transition period
Yeah.
where we're trying to get, passwords and usernames and control of accounts and we've got the bank accounts under control now. Now we're working on getting all the existing contracts under control while we still have new contracts coming in and new customers coming into the showroom. So
Got it. And so to be, you guys are taking 100% management, right? You're not having Brian help you with that one, with this company?
Brian is a partner, yes.
Oh, he is? Oh, okay. So he is helping you guys? Okay, cool.
And I was told that I could say this, but Andre is also a partner.
Cool. Awesome, man. And so what was the experience of doing acquisitions before working with us?
Zero.
Yeah, we'd never, prior to Acquisition Network, we hadn't worked with anyone to try to buy a business.
No? Did you, so
No,
you just,
Carrie and I are part of another community. His name's Chris Crone,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
and we're in that community. We're in the Investors Club with him, and there's another lady in there called her name's Ann Pels,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and Ann recommended us to Acquisition Network. That's how we got involved.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. So Anne referred you guys, and what
Yep.
was like your first impression when you heard about the company? What was that experience like? You probably spoke to Alex and you spoke to
Yeah.
Jim.
Yep. It's At first, honestly, it was a little bit of doubt, you know.
Yeah.
But we had 2 or 3 meetings with Alex and asked a bunch of questions, and he answered all of our questions, and you know, we decided it was a good fit for us and a good path forward. So we decided to go for it.
And when did you guys get started?
November of 2024.
Got it. So it's been about a year and a quarter. Year and a quarter. And what would you say is the thing that took so long as far as the process? Was this finding deals? Is this falling through? What do you think is the hard was the hardest part of buying a company? That's like with a team, so right, and it's still a year and a quarter.
We don't really know the answer to that question, I guess. A lot of it was communication. So I think a lot of the problem in the beginning was just that, like, we had Jim to begin with,
Hmm.
and he's just running 10 million different directions, right?
Hmm.
He's got lots of different hats on.
Yeah.
And I
So
think
yeah.
it's just having the time to go find the businesses and then meet with us to go through them. After Jim, we got transferred to Chris. His name?
Chris Abel.
Chris Abel. And that was very short term. We kind of talked to some other people that were also doing businesses with Acquisition Network. And a couple of the people had really good results with Brian. So we were like, okay, we need Brian. We need this guy because he's obviously getting somebody to the end point or, in LOIs and getting them through the finish line. So we requested him, and when did we start working with Brian?
Oh, probably, I want to say September of last year we started with Brian.
And then we got under LOI pretty quickly with an asbestos company out here. And we kind of went through about, 7 or 9 LOIs. And then, if we can't get through the LOI part, wait till the purchase agreement comes along, So, and it wasn't on Brian's part or Acquisition Network. That was all the people that were selling it. They were, agree to everything, and then they'd be like, oh no, their broker would come back with, they want to make this change or they want this now. We'd give them everything they wanted, and then they'd still come back and not sign the LOI. We met with them in person twice, and then finally we just said, that's it, we're walking away. Because if we can't get to a signed LOI, the purchase agreement's going to be a nightmare. And we're just not, we move on to something else. And we are also in a group with 2 other people that Brian's working with us on to buy a bigger business. And we've been in that process, I don't know how long.
The group since October or November.
Yeah. And then in December, Brian came to us with this opportunity in Colorado Springs, and we were like, yes. Because now that we have a bigger group, of course, you've got, between him and me, we're like one person, but then you've got the other 2 partners, and it gets a little bit more like not being able to schedule things, not on Brian's part, but always. I mean, sometimes it's Brian, sometimes it's one of them. And, it gets pushed back. The meetings get pushed back. But we're also, it's a different scale than what we were doing together. But so that's still moving along. And now we've got the business that we've actually closed on. So we've gotten to see the process from start to finish, and also what happens after. So we can kind of see now where that complications were in the beginning with the timing and the other things going on when you're just working with, like Jim, who didn't have the Brian and the other people, since you've hired on more people, those responsibilities have been distributed.
Yeah.
I'm making it my own words. Yeah. Sometimes I do that.
Well,
but we can see like how much it takes to do this. So when you're working with somebody that is doing this process with you, they might not be available here, there, or everywhere all the time to give you like an update every 5 minutes, which is kind of what we were wanting back then. Like, tell us what's happening, because we don't know. We just gave you money and we don't have a business. We don't know what's happening and what's going on. So I think the biggest thing for us was learning what's going on behind the scenes, so that we can understand, hey, now we get it, why you aren't like at our beck and call, because it takes a lot to get to the finish line. And then even after the finish line, it takes a lot to get the company standing up to where you can be that few hours remote. I mean, I think once it gets up and running and moving, and we've done all the transferring of the passwords and the bank accounts and all this other stuff, the lease, we're still working on that. We won't have to do too much on this. It'll run itself like a well-oiled machine. And, we still got Brian in the background to help us. And, without him, and without, even if it was Jim or anybody else, we wouldn't be able to do this on our own. We wouldn't know what to do. We're like, look at Brian. What do we do now? What do we do now? They ask questions. We're like, I don't know. Let's talk to Brian, because like, we don't know all those pieces. That's why we hired Acquisition Network in the first place, to get us through that. So the fact that they do that through all stages and continue to manage it is just amazing. I mean, maybe someday we'll be able to do it on our own, but at this point, even if we could do it on our own, we'd still want the partners. We'd still want Acquisition Network. We'd still want to be like, no, we're going to let the experts do their part. We'll do our part. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. and it's a lot of knowledge involved.
Thank you so much. That soliloquy right there, I'm gonna have to clip that like that. Thank you. God bless you for that. I really do appreciate you for what you just said. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
No, we
You
need
said you want to hear the problems
Yeah.
or the stuff. That's the only problems there was.
Mhm.
You know, there was a time where we were like, oh, maybe we should just forget about it, not do it. But we didn't understand it going on behind the scenes, even though like they'll say, well, we're working on this and we're working on that. And then we have somebody that goes in and really digs deep into the company. You don't really understand it until you're way farther down in the process. You're just looking at it like we're in that same position with the partners we have now, that Brian's working on for the four of us. They're not understanding it. It's like every step of the way, they're like, Brian, what are you doing? Why don't we have any Sims this week? And we know that he's on a plane going 40 different places, and then some of that time he's with us, and we get it. So, you know, if I had to go back and say, were there problems in the beginning? Yes, but I think it was a lack of understanding on our part. And also there could be room for communication where, you know, Jim was not communicating, Chris wasn't communicating. But we get it now.
Yeah.
So
No, I appreciate you guys growing with the company. Definitely a lot has changed since 24. Like
yeah,
Chris was like my original partner, like who came and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you do this." And yeah, since then I've done like probably like 350 interviews. And
that's
like
awesome.
now we have like two like hiring managers that recruit people every week like on commission.
That's
Like
nice.
we just like constantly need new people, new Brian's, people that are so now they're like
Yeah,
following Brian's path. Because Brian was the first operating partner that came in when there
mm,
was a point when Jim was like running like 25 clients and he was like, Ryan, if you don't find someone, I'm gonna quit. So yeah,
yeah.
so Brian was the
Nobody
first
ever
guy. Yeah,
got my email.
yeah, exactly.
Brian was like, nope, I've had it.
So
And
I really do appreciate you guys like I said growing with the company because now we definitely have like the system now like there's people coming who are actually willing to pay to follow Brian's like path, like they're willing
yeah,
to like subscribe. And the program is called the Acquisition Consultant. And so it's for all the people that are in our network that like want to do deal making, they want to buy a business, but they don't have the credit, they don't have the liquidity. They can learn to do what Brian's doing, which is sourcing the deals, understanding the underwriting. Like you understand all the work that Brian's
yeah.
doing, right? And we need more people like that. So like
We
for
need to
six,
work for you someday.
no, exactly. And so for 6 grand, we're showing them how they can earn a minimum of 12K in closing fees to help a client like yourself get to the other side. But if we get the back end revenue, now that guy he can get 2, 3, 4,000 a month to help a client like you. So we're building like this whole ecosystem where eventually there'll be like 30, 50 new Brian's coming in every month, like coming in class. So
That's
that there's like
incredible.
That's
hundreds of
unique.
consult. Like we want to have like at least
Yeah.
3 consultants to each investor.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
that would be a perfect ratio.
Yeah.
And then I think the other part of that, because people do struggle so much, we're even seeing it on our, like I said, with our other two partners, letting them come in and go, hey, you're going to get to the finish line. You just got to be patient, whatever help that we can be on that end to say, hey, it's going to be okay. Here's our testimony. Here's what we
Yeah.
went through.
Yeah.
Here's how long it took us. Here's what we got. Here's what we're doing now. Maybe not yet because we haven't made any money yet, but we will, and it's going to get there. And we wouldn't be able to scale the company even to make it to where it can go. And that was Brian's expertise to go find that and go, here's this, we could do this, and we already saw it when he told us about it too. So we were kind of on the same brainwave there. But just bringing in those testimonials so that people can see, yes, this is
That is
real.
Yeah.
I really need that because like that's like our biggest challenge every day that people are like, show me it's real, and like they're like Alex is always asking for a reference, and there's always more new people than references, people like you willing to take calls, like
Yeah.
you're not right. So if
Happy
three,
to do it.
it's not
Absolutely.
possible though if like 3 or 4 new people come in every week and we only
Yeah.
have 12 closed deals, right? It's just like I want you to we're doing our best to shield you guys with only people that are super serious, that are genuinely need like that final push, and that's why we really appreciate this video.
We're happy to
Yeah.
do that because that would helped us. Like we found
Yeah.
our own set of people.
Yeah.
We knew that we're working with the Acquisition Network to talk each other off the ledge.
Yeah. Understood. Yeah.
And we talked to people that were frustrated. We talked to people that were moving forward and getting LOIs and getting closings. So we knew at that point, okay, we got to hold on because we have to see the bigger picture. Like walking away, we're not going to, what would that do? We're going to be right back where we were in the beginning, and that's not what we wanted. So it was really helpful to hear those, and to be able to talk to those people too and say, it's going to be okay. They'll get you there.
And plus, now that we've been through the process with Brian, who did a phenomenal job, put in a ton of hours working with us, helping us, basically holding our hands, answering all of our questions. So we have proof now that the system works. Plus, through the Chris Crone community, we know like there's Stefan and Adet. They've bought a business through Acquisition Network, and Pels has bought a business through Acquisition Network. So it's like we know it works. Matthew Hill, we know him. I think he's close to closing.
Yeah, he's really close.
Still in LOI stage.
Yeah, he's almost there. Yeah.
And now our group is, for the bigger business, is Carrie, myself, Sarah Wexler, and David Sunbloom.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's awesome.
Brian just sent us the group. I think it was like 5 or 6 sims last night. So I really, really think we're getting super close to closing on a bigger business with the group. It's probably in the next 3 months, maybe 2-3 months. I think we'll close on a bigger deal.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
And we'll get at least 1, hopefully 2 more businesses. The smaller ones with, Carrie, myself, and Brian.
Oh, wow. You guys are on a roll. You guys are
4 businesses by the end of the year.
End of next year or this year?
This year.
Oh, wow. Look at you guys.
And we wouldn't have been there if we had given up. We wouldn't have got to this point. And like that was better and bigger than we ever thought that was going to be possible. When we were we just wanted to buy a business, and now we could have 4 by the end of the year.
4 by the end of the year, making you. How much are you hoping to make per business? Like your total cash flow on those 4. Like what is your hope? Like when it's everything's transferred, obviously.
I don't know so much. We're looking at that cash flow perspective, but we're trying to get to $1 million EBITDA by the end of the year.
$1 million to you guys, like to your family.
Well, combined between the businesses, $1 million and
so like if you're you guys are pocketing $80K a month. You guys, that's pretty sick. Like, come on, you guys.
Yeah, and I was worried about my $109,000.
You're about $109,000. You're making $80K.
I was making next gen rich instead of myself.
Wow. So what a transformation. That is amazing. I'm super grateful that you guys have been able to experience this, and really do appreciate you guys taking the time because, like, honestly, I need your guys' help. So like I said, yes, you had a question, Jeff?
No.
Yeah. So what I need your guys' help with is if you could write a written review for us on Trustpilot, because unfortunately, you may not be aware of this, but I had a company before starting Acquisition Network. I'll send you the link, Jeff. So unfortunately, I started a company before this, and it did not succeed. And that's the biggest reason why Acquisition Network is not like a way bigger success, unfortunately.
That company didn't succeed?
Yeah.
So they're looking at it like, oh, this was not a success. Was it the same type of thing?
It was not the same, but it was a similar model in the sense of like I was doing marketing and to help people start like online businesses. So like an Airbnb or like an Amazon store or a Shopify store. And those stores unfortunately did not work. And now we have like 4 reviews from like when I ran a business 6 years ago that like drops Acquisition Network down, and it really
because they go searching.
Yeah, well, no, it's on the Acquisition Network page, and like I said, I closed that other company 3 years ago, and like that's the biggest reason. Like we're trying to raise $500,000 for the company to get the app done. And like when people see that negativity, it doesn't help. And so obviously you guys know that I can help you guys buy a business, right? And so
Exactly.
the team getting $500,000, that allows us to become more profitable, allows us to get the app done, enroll more consultants, bring in more deal flow, bring in more lenders. I can show you this whole demo. I don't know if you need to see it, but basically, like, I just need you guys, if you could write something like advocating, like, look, I actually hired this service, because people look at that every day more than they'll look at an interview, because they're just gonna be like, oh, it's a fake video.
Yeah. Not a fake video,
So
believe me.
we'll
We
clip
have
it up,
trouble.
but they'll still like, but then just like having the written one, and like I said, I'll send you the link, just saying like, look, it was a year and a quarter. We went through. Tell us the actual story. We went through a couple of people. We grew with the company, and now we know how to do 4 deals in a year. And
Mhm.
that happened, and you should subscribe. Enjoy, like,
Yeah, we have
yeah,
a huge, a team, and we're working with another team that's going to buy another company from Acquisition Network. Like we want to keep buying. We want to keep working with you guys. It's proven. It's a proven model, in my opinion, and it does work. You just got to be patient, and that's what we've hired you for, is to weed out what we don't want. So, like, even with the asbestos company that we walked away from, if that was on our own, we wouldn't have known how to look for those signs or even known what to do. And, even some of the ones before, when we were getting frustrated with the timing, we'd find something really great, and then what was it, Chris, that would go digging into it? Who's the lawyer guy?
Chris.
Okay.
Chris is this.
And he'd come back and be like, oh, this isn't a good one.
Yeah.
And then you're just like disappointed because you're wanting it to move forward. But we're like, and he would say things like, well, if you want to move forward, we can. Well, no, that's what we're paying you
yeah.
for.
You learned not to get emotionally attached to the outcome of the
Exactly.
deal, and now you're abundant, right? It's the same
100%.
thing with like anything in life, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right?
Be ready to
Relationships
walk
and
away.
jobs, business, investments. If
No,
you're-
Chris was really good about, he'd take an initial look,
Yeah.
then dig deeper and like specifically get the tax returns and then come back to us and go, nope, tax returns don't match the financial statements, walk away.
Yeah.
We're like, okay.
Yeah.
But when you hear that over and over again, you're like, oh, is they just saying this?
Yeah.
Oh, they're not just saying this, they're protecting you, and that's what you hired them to do. Because if you don't win, if we don't win, you don't win either.
But that's what the people on the fence say. They're like, well, if you just get someone for 25 a week, then you're rich. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
You would be ruined way
Yeah.
faster.
Exactly.
You're a millionaire after the 25,000 from everybody, because everybody's going to blast you out of the water for that.
Exactly.
So unless you're just wanting to get, $50, $60, $70,000, that's a good thing, but not if you're trying to build something. No.
Exactly. And I appreciate you saying that. And I'm not certain if you know, like, but we do like bi-weekly updates where I like hold myself accountable to all existing clients and allow new prospective clients to attend those meetings. And I've been doing that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I wish you guys knew that. I've been doing that since the day you guys invested, like before you guys
Really?
invested.
We would have been on every week. Oh.
Are you serious? Yeah. Like, so let me, if
Mondays or Wednesdays.
yeah, so those are at 7 Eastern. So yeah, the next one will be here. Sorry, actually, let me just take the invite. I wish you. How do you guys not? See, that's my team's fault. That's our fault. Like our customer service and customer retention. We actually have a new partner. Her name's Angie, who's coming on, who's going to be handling that, making sure everyone gets invited to meetings and making sure everyone is having a good experience. So yeah, on those calls, I provide like transparent updates, like outlining like everything we're doing, from like how we're raising like $500,000 for the company and like the product that we're building and all the different like features. Like every 2 weeks, I'm like outlining like actual tangible like relationships of people that are like coming into the network that are like benefiting the collective good. So I'll be like, hey, I just met this lender that's going to offer these terms, or
Oh, that's it.
Bam.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, see, I'm always posting something. There's always, so I've been literally, I've posted 4,300 meetings like this of me building out the network for over 3 years. So like that's, I'm not sure if you guys knew that because you guys came in through N, so you might not have known, but that's how we create transparency. And so like that's our goal is I want to get all of this content into an app in the App Store where like everything's in one place, from like the deals to us being able to
Awesome.
schedule meetings. And you'll have like a push notification on like, oh, Ryan's going live, and like now everyone gets invited, and we can like work on deals together and like chat.
Nice. I think Jeff joined one from Sarah saying that
Yeah.
there was some, I didn't know what it was
Yeah,
because a lot of times I get a lot of stuff
yeah, yeah.
where, and I'm thinking, well, they're just sending me this because they don't know that, because I've gotten reached out to before a couple of times.
I think we're
So-
still trying to sell you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you still trying to buy a business? I already a client.
Yeah.
I just want my deal, Alex. Come on.
Exactly. You can help me get the deal I'm already working on, please. So I might just throw them out. So it might not be your team's fault. It could be mine, some junk and then deleting my junk folder. But I'll look for it because, I mean, now that we've gotten one, right, we kind of know what's going on. But maybe even for if you have people on there that are struggling, that are giving you a hard time.
No, exactly. So that's why we do our best to like funnel people to there. That way you guys don't have to take random reference calls all the time. And instead it could just be like, you know, every 2 weeks we just hold court and go over like, hey, this is really happening.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Perfect.
Yeah. So we'd love to have you guys there. And that
When's the next one?
next one will be next Wednesday.
Okay.
So on the
Put it on
1st,
calendar.
April 1st.
Mhm.
Yep. And yeah, I really do
Well,
appreciate you. I'm sorry,
We
what was
all
it?
win together. No, I was just gonna say we all win together. So, yeah.
Yeah, so if you're down to be a reference for Alex, I think I'll tell him that, and because he's the one who needs the help, like really, like he always has people hammering him every day.
I can imagine. I know.
Oh,
I wasn't hammering him, but I probably Jeff could probably tell you a story or two. But you know.
They're like, show me this is real, prove to me.
Yeah. And Brian too. Brian didn't. He's gotten some, but he always was. They were all both always good about it and apologetic and tried from there. But then communication would go along for a few weeks and then it'd fall off again, and we'd be like, okay, where'd you go? We don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but it's all water under the bridge now. We get it.
You
Once
understand?
you understand all the behind the scenes part and things that are going on, like, you know, Brian may not be communicating with us every day, but he is in the background, like talking to lenders, talking to brokers, doing things, you know, setting things up for us to move forward. And we don't physically
Can't see it.
so then it's easy to think that he's not doing anything. But also the more like that we work with Brian, we can see that he's not only working with us, he has other partners that he's working with, trying to get businesses. He's dealing with brokers, he's dealing with lenders, he's flying all over the country. You know, and now that, you know, we have a business, yeah, we can see it. There's been plenty of late at night when he's sending text messages, emails, WhatsApp, you know, on Saturdays, Sundays, holidays.
And I'm sure that was Jim too.
Yeah, I mean, so Brian put in the work for sure. He put in the time and the effort. There's no doubt.
We just didn't understand it when we were going through it with Jim. So poor Jim got the first of us.
Well, once again, I can't thank you guys enough for, number one, taking the leap of faith of investing in the company. Number two, sticking with it. And three, standing here, taking the time to tell us about the tale and helping us and willing to advocate for other people to have this experience. Because unfortunately, some people, they may see some negativity, they'll get stage fright, and they won't get started with us. And guess what? Then they're not going to get 4 deals done in a year. And like literally their whole life could be like, that's what we deal with every day. We're like, yo, I'm trying to change your life. I genuinely believe I know I know I can help you. I have a job post with 1,500 interns applied to work on commission for free. And I have a team that's done billions in acquisitions willing to work for you. And you pay us one time. We spend $100K a month to help you get a deal done. Period.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna spend $100K a month every month. And I'm trying to raise $100 million over the next 12 to 36 months. And I'm going to record all the calls and report to you every 2 weeks. Like, how are you going to lose? And they still don't do it. And I'm like, and I have like, it's so sad. It's like infuriating. Like, I'll spend like a
They're
whole
missing
hour.
out.
Yeah.
That's on your phone. because you are going to fail flat on your face. $25,000 is going to go nowhere.
Yeah. It's even if they can go
You'll
succeed.
gladly hand over in the second 25 when it comes to time, because you've seen how it's happened.
But even you guys said it yourself, like even if the person can go do a deal on their own, the benefit of being in the network is you can get multiple deals done in the same period of time using the same time and capital. And that's the power of a network. So it doesn't matter who you are. I don't care how much money or time you have. Like, unless you have it in a funnel where you have 80 investors that paid you to partner up with you and you have 1,500 people willing to work for you on commission, then I definitely can help you. And even if you do have those things, I still could help you because we could do more. Then we could do more deals together. So if you guys can help, like that's like our biggest challenge. Like I hate selling. It's like I like presenting and be like, all right, are you ready? And then when people don't get started, I'm like, I gotta follow up and explain. It's, like I don't want to. I really, but like I want to be on a TED Talk and be like, do you guys realize this is the greatest transfer of wealth in human history, and nobody built an app for that? There's like, imagine if there was a company the size of Amazon that you could hire to buy a business. Would there be any shortage of clients? No, right? But we're dumping trillions of dollars into metaverse so we can like put on goggles and buy stuff.
Yeah.
Especially
free, not have to worry about your stupid job that lays you off.
well, and especially for people that aren't getting on board right now with the baby boomer generation retiring and getting out of their businesses, and sometimes their kids don't want them and they're just shutting them down.
Exactly.
So it's like, now is not the time to question whether it's the right thing. Now is the time to get busy and buy one is right now.
Can you get those reviews off somehow?
I've been honestly, I've appealed it to Trustpilot. I said, this is not from my company. Take this down, and they said no. But I spoke to my attorney, and he said that I should write a petition, which I did. And I think what I'm gonna do is have all my existing clients sign it, all employees and clients, and say like, this is hurting our company, and you need to take this down.
Yes.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have everybody sign a petition. Like that'll be out hopefully by the
we'll sign it.
Yeah.
Sign it.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, like that would be a good follow up. And I also emailed you the link for the written review. So if you could write something while it's fresh in your mind and you got the warm fuzzy feeling, that'd be amazing.
When we were signing up, I mean, we had already made the decision to do it, and then I think I found something online. Yeah. And it was only a guy that wanted to get his money back, and he was struggling to get that back. But that's all we found, to be honest. And we just talked to Ann and said, hey, what about this? And she was like, don't worry about that. We trust Ann. So we're like, okay, we're good.
Yeah. It was a company, like I said.
We can't lose here, really. We can't.
Maybe for us, we were fortunate that.
Yeah, we had somebody we knew.
We have people in other communities that are also working with you guys, and we checked with them, and they were like, don't worry about it. You're fine. Keep going. Where someone else may not have the same connections we do to get that verification that it's okay, and they're basing their decision strictly on the Trustpilot review.
Yeah, they're basing it
that aren't true. So
that's where the written review comes in handy, because you've got to get more of those out there than the complaints.
No, exactly. That's why like you said, I need the written review because like they're gonna check the written no matter what. Right. And so that's why.
And for us to do one now and then somebody's checking you out, ours is going to be very recent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, at least when I'm looking at something, I may not pay so much attention to a review that's 2 years old, but if it's 2 weeks old, I'm going to pay more attention to it.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, so super, super grateful for you guys. And
sometimes think of it though as a blessing.
It is.
Maybe people that saw those reviews and wouldn't do their own due diligence to check it out aren't the kind of people you want to work with. Anyway.
No, exactly. You're 100% correct, and the right people are going to come. And I look at the negativity and the failure, and I realize if it wasn't for that, I never would have came up with the idea in the first place.
Well, there you go.
Like that's what it is. It's like that's just the journey. It's just like I had to rack up this debt to a bunch of little investors to create this thing that's gonna be worth billions of dollars. and I
Gotta
have to
close
like
this one door and open
yeah,
another one.
like, and I
And
have
then
to like pay everyone back and make my concessions and do my 12 years in the desert, which is yeah.
yes.
So
It was 40 though. It was 50 years.
it's 40. So I'm trying to get mine done this year. It's year 12. So like yeah,
Well, we
yeah,
wish you the best, of course,
yeah.
and we all succeed together. So let's help each other out.
Amen. And I will keep you guys apprised. We're going to have some Acquisition Network events when we get bigger, and you guys will definitely be on the list. We'd love to meet you and shake your hand.
We'll be speaker.
That would be awesome.
Amen. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You
All
too.
right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Bye.
good one. See you. Bye bye.